Hello, how are you today? Oh, that is a lovely big smile. Yes, it's Romper Room time again. And just like every morning in Romper Room, I have lots of new friends. Don't I, Bree? How are you today?
Oh, good.
Good. Been swimming, I think, by the looks of your lovely golden hair and your tan. Do you like swimming? That's good. And how's Kristen today? You feel good too? You've been out in the sunshine as well, haven't you? You've got a red nose. A little bit too much so. Listen, you were telling me about your sisters over there, Bree. You've got 3 sisters or 2?
3.
3. You tell me their names.
Kimberly, Melanie, Naomi.
Kimberly, Melanie and Naomi. And no brothers? Dear.
1.
Oh, and you've got a brother too. What's his name?
James.
James. Is James?
James.
Oh, James. Is he over there watching us today?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I think I can see him watching us. And what about you, Kristen? Have you got any brothers or sisters?
Got 1 sister and 1 brother.
And what's their names?
Terry and Darren.
Well, I think we better give them a big wave too. And are you friends?
What?
Are you 2 friends?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? Nice to have friends in Romper Room, isn't it? Let's give our friends out there a nice big wave. Good morning, everybody. Hi, everyone. That's it. So this is Bree on this side, and this is her friend Kristen. And I've got another 2 friends who've joined me in Romper Room today too. You sit down there, girls. We've got some lovely things to look at in a little while. But Catherine, you're going to come up here, and so is Evita. Come up here and have a talk to me. You're going to stand there, Catherine. Come round this side, Evita. And how are you this morning?
Good.
Good?
Good.
And how are you, Catherine?
Good,
Feeling
thanks.
good. Well, what have you been doing in the holidays?
Playing.
Playing. And do you live close to one another so that you can play together?
No.
Oh,
I
you
don't, they live somewhere else and I live somewhere else too.
Oh, I see. But do you get together sometimes?
Yes.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? And listen, you've got a new little sister, Evita, haven't you? What's her name?
Elisa.
Oh, that's a pretty name, isn't it?
Yes.
How old is she?
She's 2 months old.
Oh, dear, I dear, she's growing up, isn't she? Does she cry a real lot?
Not much.
Oh, that's good. And do you help Mummy with all the things that she needs? When there's a baby around the house, gee, you need a lot of things, don't you, Catherine? Have you got any brothers or sisters?
I only got 1 sister and that's Sharon.
And how old is Sharon? Excuse me. She's 2. Well, she's a little sister too, isn't she? And she needs lots of help. Well, we better say good morning to everyone who's watching us out there because we're going to play some games. So this is Evita on this side and this is Catherine. And let's give all our friends a lovely big wave. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Mummy and Daddy. That's the way. There we go. Do you know what? I think we might go over and play some beautiful music together. Do you like music? Yes, of course you do. Well, we've got all our musical instruments over there, haven't we, girls?
Yes.
And we're going to put our marching hats on and we're going to have a beautiful rhythm band. Come on, everyone, over we go. Are you going to be the leader today, Catherine? Okay, I better push those chairs in, don't you think, girls? Well, you come here and I'll give you all each a hat. There we go. And then you can get an instrument. I don't know. I haven't seen him yet, have you? No, I haven't seen him this morning. Maybe Monday morning he might like to sleep in. We might see him later. There you are. There's a hat for you, Bree. Come here, Evita. You need to have a hat as well, don't you? That's the girl. And I'll put my marching hat on. And we'll get an instrument. I might have the bells. What have you got, girls? Tambourines? Evita's got the shakers. Oh, and you have the cymbals, Catherine. That's good. Let's turn around and face our friends watching out there. And let's show them our instruments. Because these are rhythm instruments. They're going to beat the time to the music, aren't we, girls? You come out here too, Bree and Kristen, so everyone at home can see you. You see, these are the bells. What are you? Catherine's got the cymbals, everybody. Look at the cymbals and let's listen to the sound that they make. You hit them together for us, Catherine. Oh, do it again. Makes a big sound, doesn't it? What have you got for us, Evita? The shakers. Well, you stand there and show everybody. These are called shakers, boys and girls, and you listen to the sound that they make. They sound good too, don't they? What have you got, Kristen and Bree? They both have the tambourines. You come here, girls. Now, you've got to beat out the time like this to the music. Would you let me hear that, what they sound like? Oh, that sounds a good one, Kristen, doesn't it? You let me hear yours, Bree. That's the way. You can hit it really hard too, can't you, so that we can hear the sound of it. All right, girls, line up. That's the way. Who's going to be my leader this morning? Catherine. Round you go to the front then, Catherine. I'll show you where to go. Just about there. And who's going to be next? Evita, you stand up there too, and then Kristen and Bree. Now, if we're going to be in a rhythm band, we have to stand really tall, like this. Put your shoulders back. And we're just going to be like soldiers. Ready, everyone? All right. Let's ask Mr. Music, boys and girls.
Ready, please, Mr. Music.
That's the way. Off you go, Catherine. Ring that bell. Come over here, everyone. I think we'll have to have another turn of that, won't we? Or we change our instruments around just like we do at home. We'll share them. What would you like to have this time, Kristen? There's the drum there too. Would somebody like to have the drum? Who'd like to have that? Catherine would. All right, there you are, Catherine. There's all the way over your head like that. You've got to beat really hard so that we can hear them. Who's going to have the cymbals this time? What about Bree? Would you have the cymbals? Evita, there you are. You can have the cymbals. That's the girl. What about the shakers? Kristen, you have the shakers. And I think Bree might have my bells because they sound so lovely. Would you have those, Bree? All right, that's the girl. And I'm going to have this tambourine. So I'll put that one back. Oh, that makes a big sound too, doesn't it? You've got the drums there, and you're all right, you can beat out the sound for us too. Who's going to be the leader this time? Evita? Up you go to the front then. Come on, girls, into line. That's the way. I beg your pardon, Mr. Music?
Ready, please, Mr. Music.
Oh, that's what he wanted to hear. Thanks, Mr. Music. Off you go, Evita. Everyone. I wonder if that woke my friends up this morning, did it? Oh, that's good. All right, girls, we'll take our hats off now too. What have you got at home? Have you got a drum or a trumpet or something like that? Have you got a musical instrument?
I got a xylophone at home.
Oh, they make a pretty sound, don't they, Catherine?
I've got a tambourine.
Oh, good. And what have you got, girls? Have you got some nice musical instruments too? Come over here then, because we're going to have a look at some nice things from nature now. Now, Evita, you can come up here first and we'll have a look at what you've brought in today. And we'll have to find some water for those, won't we, Catherine? Now, all my friends have been out in the garden or out along the beach or somewhere, haven't you?
Along the beach.
Oh, yes, I think you must have been down to the beach.
I've been on for a holiday. We went for the beach and we found some shells and stones.
Aren't they beautiful? And look, you've made a lovely picture out of them.
Dad had.
Isn't that lovely? Look, and these shells, they look like butterflies, don't they?
Yeah, and when you close them, they look like some other insects.
Do they? Yeah. I think we better show our friends this. This is beautiful. And who did the painting and that behind it to look like the sand? And
Mom,
isn't that lovely?
Daddy, and Dad did this stuff for me.
Aren't there some pretty rocks in there, little stones? And how did he stick them on? Just
with the glue.
With glue.
And I had a tiny shell, but I've lost it now.
Oh, never mind. I think you've got some beautiful shells here.
Look
Dear, there's some pretty ones. Look at all the different colours, boys and girls, and how they blend in with the background. And what else have you got in there, Avita? Oh, gosh. Isn't that a lovely looking shell? Look at this one. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Look. I wonder if we can hear the sound of the sea in that one.
You can't hear it very much.
You can't? Oh, I'll have to try. Will we try? I'll hold it close to my... Oh, I can. Shh. Whoosh. Whoosh. It just sounds like that, it does. Can you hear it? You hear it too, Catherine. Doesn't it? Do you want to hear it, Kristen? Sounds like the sea, doesn't it? Bree, you have a listen too. Hold it close to your ear. Do you think that sounds like the waves? Oh, that's a lovely shell. What do you think you're going to do with all of these, Avita? You look at this one too.
I've got stuff over here. Got some big rocks.
Oh my goodness, aren't they smooth? I like this one. Look at that. It's like oyster of pearl. Isn't it pretty in there? See all the lovely colours?
I've got some
It's beautiful.
big stones here.
Put that one down. And where did you find these? Where was it that you went on holidays? Can you remember?
In Yamba.
And it's nice there.
And we got these from the Coffs Harbour.
Oh, it's
Coffs
beautiful
Harbour.
up there
But
too, isn't it?
That doesn't remember where we got these big shells from.
Oh, never mind. You have to just be very careful not to break that though. And these are so nice and smooth because the waves have pounded on this so often, haven't they? They've made it so nice and smooth.
I had a stone that had different colours.
And where's that?
And that was it hung.
Yes.
And now the colours are lost.
Oh, what happened to the colours?
I don't know.
Just faded, did they? Oh, that's a shame. Never mind. Thanks very much, Avita. You've gone to a lot of trouble. They're beautiful. Pop those back in there.
I want to see what Catherine's got.
Oh, yes, we've got some lovely flowers, haven't we? Bring them up here and we'll have a look at them, Catherine. There you are, Avita. As I was saying, we really need some water, I think, don't we, Catherine? Excuse me. Let me look at these beautiful flowers. I wonder if they came out of your garden.
Yes.
Did they?
What did don't hold one?
Oh, yes, thank you. Excuse me.
This one's
That's a pretty one too. There we are. Now, where's Mummy? So we can get the names to all of these flowers. Mum? They're just dahlias, all of them? Those are? What about this pretty little one?
That one's...
Don't?
No,
That's another dahlia, isn't it? This one's a pretty one. Oh, look. You must have a beautiful garden, Catherine, with all these lovely flowers.
We had flowers before, and now the sun burned them all.
Oh, dear. Yes, you have to keep watering them in the sun, don't you? In summer, I should say, not actually in the sun.
I had a big pile full of flowers.
Yes.
And it's all burned up, so Dad had to water them yesterday.
Yes.
And then they'll come up again.
Oh, I hope so. And who looks after your garden, Catherine?
I do.
You do. You help Mummy. Well, that's a very good girl. And do you pull out all the weeds?
Yes.
Because you can't have too many weeds in the garden, can you? Otherwise, they'll choke the flowers.
I help.
And you help too? Good girl. Well, they're beautiful flowers. So as soon as Romper Room's finished, we'll pop those in some water so they won't die. Okay, Catherine? Thanks for bringing those in. Good girl. Let's see what Kristen has for us today. You tell us all about them. Okay, Kristen? We'll take them out of here. I think my friends might know what these are. We've seen a few of these, haven't we? These are beautiful big pine cones. You tell everybody where you got them from. Daddy got them from work. And what tree do you think they might have come off?
Pine tree.
A pine tree, that's right. And as these open up, actually they feel like wood, don't they, Kristen? And all the little seeds are inside there. And as it opens up, the seeds drop out. And of course, perhaps there'll be another pine tree because all the seeds would fall onto the ground. What do you think you might do with those? You can paint them and make nice things with them, can't you? Here's two of them. And what do you think you might do with them, Kristen?
I got two.
Just keep them? What about, are you going to school this year? Well, keep them, and when you go back to school you can show your teacher, and she might put them on the nature table. How about that? All right, good girl. Well, we'll put those away. And what have you got to show me, Bree? Somebody said it was a frog, but I don't think it's a frog at all. Thanks, Kristen, that's a good girl. It's something that walks sideways. Oh, look.
Crab.
It's a crab. Do I dare undo the lid? Do you think it'll come out, Kristen?
No.
Can he climb out? Oh, he can climb out. We'll keep the lid back on. And I wonder if you can see the crab. There he is. Where did you get him from, Bree? Come and tell me.
Beach.
Did you go to the beach? And did you catch it or did Mummy?
Dad.
Daddy caught it. They're very hard to catch, aren't they? Because they run so quickly. And they walk sideways, don't they? They go like that.
Can I tell you something?
Yes, darling.
Well, listen, we went
close to me
fishing
too.
with my cousins, Kaylee and Christine.
Yes.
They're not here anymore. They'll come back soon.
Yes. And
And-
did you catch a crab?
No, I'm telling you something. And
Oh.
it river. I was fishing,
Yes.
and I nearly caught a fish, and my fishing line got off, and Kellen had to put another one on
Dear, oh dear.
before I couldn't fish.
No. And did you catch a fish? No. Have you been fishing, Bree?
No.
No. Well, I'm not a very good fisherman either. I don't like waiting and waiting. Then I never seem to get a fish.
Listen.
Do you? No, I don't
gonna tell
either.
you
Well,
something.
we might go and play a game. Okay, Vita? So I'll just put the lid back on this one, I think, because he's dying to get out there, isn't he? Oops. Stay down in there, Crabby. There he goes. Oh, look. I'll just turn him around. That's a good shot of him there.
This died.
Can you see his eyes?
Yeah.
Look. There he is.
Takashiri.
Ooh.
Takashiri.
He's trying so hard to get out. We'll let him out when Romper Room's finished, won't we, Bree? Okay, let's go over here. I think we better do our exercises. Have you been practicing, girls?
Yes.
Have you been doing your bending and stretching and everything?
I have.
Oh, good. Oh, that's what I like to hear. Well, come over here. Come on, girls. We'll get our bending and stretching rods. And I want to see if you can touch those toes or not.
I can.
There
I
we are.
can.
Can you? Will you move over there? I've got my bending and stretching rod too. That's it. And you know what? I think if you turn around and face Mummy and Daddy over there, they'll be able to see us too. That's it. You turn around to Evita so that everybody can see you. Catherine, you come over this way. And because all those friends want to hear you singing as well, you see. Arms straight out in front and bend all the way down to touch those toes. Oh, who can touch their toes?
Me.
Oh, it's such a long way down. Then we've got to stretch right up, sway to one side, and then over to the other side. That's it. Arms out in front, and in a beautiful big voice this morning. And all the friends at home, would you help us? Let's ask Mr. Music. Ready, please, Mr. Music? That's it. All the way down. Touch those toes. Stretch up as high as you can. Sway to one side, sway to the other side. And let's sing the song together, will we? All right. Bend and stretch, reach for the stars. There goes Jupiter, here comes Mars. Bend and stretch, reach for the sky. Up you go. On tippy-toe, oh so high. Right up on those tippy toes. Now let's see if we can really stretch up to touch the sun. Look, there it is over there. Oh, I can almost touch it, look. What about the moon? It's over there, look. See if you can touch the moon. If you stretch, you really can touch it. Oh, that was hard. Let's go bending again.
Bend and
And
stretch,
right up.
reach for the stars.
Over to one side and over to the other side. Bend and and stretch. Right up like this. Now up on those tippy toes. Right up. Stretch your neck up too so that it's really stretchy. Oh, I think I'm 6 inches taller when I do that. Are you, Kristen? Oh, give yourself a shake. That's it. Jump up and down on the spot. Big breath. Oh, that feels better. All right, everyone. I think we've got our refreshments, and I'm really thirsty today, aren't you?
Yes.
Come on then, over we go and we'll get our refreshments. That's it. Good girls. You're going to be my helpers today?
Yes.
All right. Let's get placemats then for everybody.
I got it.
There we are. Bree, one for you.
I got
Just
an
push your toys
elephant.
back for me. You've got an elephant and a lion. Oh, dear. We've got some flowers and butterflies over here.
I've seen you on TV, I have.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and it's chocolate milk. I hope everybody likes their chocolate milk, do you?
I do.
Oh, good.
Are we going
There we
in,
are.
that house? That house?
Oh, no, that's Big Dog's house, isn't it, that one? There you are, Bree. One for you. There you are, Evita.
Put
I think our friends are out there waiting,
Yes,
aren't
I know
you?
what to do.
What do we have to do now? Our thank yous. That's right.
I washed my hair yesterday.
Oh, it's so
I did
lovely and
too.
shiny
I
too.
did too.
Everybody's hair's lovely and shiny, isn't it? Okay,
I-
hands together like this, feet together too. Let's say our thank yous. For our family, our friends and our food, we say thank you. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Dear, I was thirsty today, wasn't you, boys and girls?
I'm clicking now.
Oh, yes, and you can put mine away too if you like, Catherine. You want to put yours away too, Bree? How's Kristen going?
Well, you can put...
That's the way. Thanks, Evita. You can pop that. You're right. There you go. And I think there's just enough time for our story today. It's all about Andy Pandy. He's a funny little fellow. Let's go and read all about him. And it looks like he's going shopping. Do you like to go shopping with Mummy?
Yeah.
Do you help her to buy all sorts of things?
Yes.
That's good. Well, Andy Pandy's going shopping today.
I helped Mummy look for a dress for Romper Room and shoes and socks.
Oh, that's a
I'm a big
beautiful...
helper.
Oh, it's good to be helpers
too.
too, isn't it? That's right. One morning, Andy Pandy looked in his cupboard and there was nothing in it. It was quite empty. Won't there be anything for dinner? Asked Teddy. Oh, yes, said Andy. We will go to the shops and buy lots of things. So they got out Andy Pandy's car and Teddy fetched a big shopping bag and he put Loopy Loo in the back so that she could go too. Then Andy sat in the driving seat and began to pedal away as fast as he could. There they go, off to the shops. As soon as they got to the shops, Andy Pandy left his car in a safe place and he told Loopy Loo to look after it. Then he and Teddy took the bag and went to a big shop that sold everything you could think of. Oh, they're going to have lots of things for tea, aren't they? What can you see?
I can see
Some tomatoes
tomatoes.
and
I can
lemons.
I can see lettuce.
A lettuce, that's right.
I can see some milk.
Yes, and there's some honey there too. Isn't
I've
there?
had my birthday.
And you're a big girl now, aren't you?
I'm 4.
That's right. Who's going off to big school this year? Anybody? 2 of you. And what about preschool?
I'm going next year.
To preschool.
Are you?
Okay.
I'm going to school next.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? Wonder if Andy Pandy goes to school.
I got my
School
school shoes on
shoes.
and my school socks
Oh, they're lovely.
because my shoes melt.
When they came out, the bag was so full that they could hardly carry it between them. There were cakes and sausages and lettuces and milk and chocolates and jellies and 2 fish which stuck out the top.
What are they?
And there was some oatmeal to make porridge for breakfast as well.
What's that?
don't know. I think might be some butter.
I like frankfurts. That's why Mum buys me frankfurts and meat slices.
Oh, I like frankfurts too. Yes, do you girls? And sausages?
I do.
The bag was so full that there was no room in the car for it. So Andy Pandy hung it on the back. This made the car heavier than ever, and Andy had to push very hard to get it to start. As soon as it did, the fishes fell out onto the ground. At once, 2 little cats came up. How lovely, they said. We were just wondering what we were going to have for breakfast. So down they sat and began to eat the fish. They were very happy cats. After a while, listen to the pussycats. After a while, Andy Pandy went over a bump. And out fell the lettuces. No sooner had they landed than 2 rabbits saw them. How lovely, they said. We were just wondering what we were going to have for dinner. So down they sat, wiggling their noses all the time. They were very happy rabbits. Now Andy Pandy didn't know that there was a hole in the bottom of the bag. And as they went along, out fell the packets of oatmeal. 2 hens saw it. They went, how lovely. We were wondering what we were going to have for dinner. So they pecked away busily, and they were very happy hens. Oh dear, poor Andy. By the time he got home, the shopping bag was empty. It was only when he had put the car away and looked at the great hole in the bag that he knew what had happened. Oh, what shall we do, Teddy? He cried. All our things have fallen out of the bottom of the bag. Oh dear, said Teddy, and I'm so hungry. We shall have to go back and buy some more, said Andy Pandy. Have you got any pennies left? He asked. Andy Pandy looked rather sad. Well, he said, I have, but I'll have to get it out of my piggy bank. He looked up to the shelf where his china piggy bank was. It seemed to him as if the pig was looking out of the window and smiling. Oh, look, boys and girls. He climbed onto a chair to reach the china pig, but as he did, he looked out of the window, and coming up the garden path were the 2 little cats, each carrying a fish. He jumped down to open the door, and there were the 2 fish on the doorstep. Meow, said the cats. We couldn't eat them. And then, look, the 2 rabbits came up with the lettuce. And no sooner had Andy Pandy said thank you, and the 2 hens came along, and between them they could manage to put half a packet of oatmeal left. Cluck, 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 cluck. We couldn't eat it all. So they left that for their porridge. Well, aren't we lucky to have such kind friends, said Andy Pandy. Now we shall be able to have some dinner after all. And I haven't had to break into my piggy bank either. But before we begin, I'm going to get a needle and thread and sew up that hole in the shopping bag. Dear, I'm glad they've had something to eat. Aren't you, boys and girls? Yes. That's good. Listen, you can go and get a book if you like. Off you go. And I'm going to look through my magic mirror. You see if there's a book there that you'd like. Romper bumper stomper boo, tell me, tell me, tell me do. Please, magic mirror, tell me today, did all my friends have fun and play? That's you, Tim, isn't it? Oh, I can see Tanya out there too. Hi, Sam, how are you? There's Alan, I can see Callum as well. There's Rhonda and Ben. Hi, Julie, how are you? That's you, Tracy, I can see Christine too, and Terry. There's Michael and Sarah. Dominic, you're watching as well. Do you know I can see all of my friends? And I'll see you next time too. Bye-bye.